Hello traders, hello everyone. Welcome in the advanced room here at Life Education with XM and welcome also on YouTube Live. We are starting our current session, Forex trading. We're gonna talk about Forex market and I hope it will be a conversation. So I'm looking forward to your comments in the chat section or in the comment section. Our awesome moderator gonna let me know about your comments as well. So please let's have a chat. Tell me what is most interesting for you right now in the Forex market, what you are looking at, maybe some trading ideas or maybe some favorite instrument at the moment. And this would be great to start with. So speaking of Forex market, recently it hasn't been moving that much, so we actually have to be very picky, very selective, very patient. Like it's another day that we are getting those tiny moves in the middle of the day. By middle of the day, I'm talking about London lunch. Well, maybe it's a little bit too early in London for the lunch, but almost like it. I mean, you should probably have like 0.5% change on at least those extreme currencies, major currencies, while right now we are having like 0.3, minus 0.15. This is not really market moving. So we need to kind of be patient, patiently waiting. Some people are trying to scalp, like for example, dollar yen and yen pairs in general, because dollar yen is changed today 0.28, but that so is euro yen and GBP yen and Swiss yen, etc. Right? Kiwi yen. So yen was okay for scalp. I know that one of our instructors had also some nice scalps today on dollar yen shorting. And there is Stefan already with us in the chat. Thank you very much, Stefan. I appreciate you being here, sharing your thoughts, your idea. Am I crazy for I sell Euro USD? No, okay, I will tell you, you are not crazy more than I am or many traders. But we all sort of crazy, I guess, like to be trading actively on the market. Like a person has to be a little bit crazy or is about to get crazy. So this is like let's say different normal. After 9 days up, I should be at least a correction. I mean, is like 9 days enough indication of a correction? I don't think so, not necessarily, but it's one of those streaks that probably doesn't happen that often. I think it should go down at least 1077. So yeah, we can check Euro USD definitely. And what else do we got here? We can check other futures, other market assets. If you are trading Forex, those will be nice indicators, especially if we are talking about VIX and indexes. And VIX keeps fading away after this gigantic spike at the beginning of the month, or first half of February. That was not exactly the beginning. It was like first half of February. Big spike. They tried to continue. They kept fading it since middle of Feb, which means there is not much safe haven seeking flows, and indexes are bullish, could be bullish, at least until VIX shoots up. Again, DAX is making new highs, have broken 17,500 today, so pretty important resistance, pretty important barrier. Odette here with us, US 30, please. Hello, Danushka, welcome again. And thank you, Odette, for your idea. Okay, so what else do we have here? Like gold is like, we can check gold as well, but it's like moving a little bit, then not moving, then trying to move, then not moving again. Okay, so this is actually quite interesting situation on gold. We can definitely check that. What also we could check, we can go to market overview. market overview on XM website. And we can check sentiments as well, right? So we are seeing that the market is not moving very much. And then, positioning could be very balanced at that point, or people, start taking bets, let's say in a crowded way, synchronized way. So what we are saying is like gold is short quite a lot. This is not very often. Like I would say the bias on gold is rather long. And funnily, silver, people are extremely long on silver, but this is also a bias. Like they are long on silver most of the time, and it feels like those are CFD traders, right? So it feels like here at XM, when people are buying silver, they are buying and holding it. Okay, so it's slightly different because typically people speculate short term in trading, but here on silver you can see very significant long bias, and it's kind of persisting for longer than normally. It's not that sensitive, to time passing. In terms of gold, I would say usually people are like 60% buy, right? It's rather buy. So seeing 75% short is actually for me already like if you adjust for this bias, this long bias, I would say that it's quite extreme short positioning. It's like 91% DAX short. DAX is usually leaning to the short side on CFD. So because bulls on the stock market usually buy stocks or ETFs, if you want to express your bearish sentiment, you can't just short sell stocks usually. You go to short sell CFDs or future contracts. So this is how it goes. So usually CFDs, lots of short-term short sellers. And so German DAX is usually, I would say, like the balance point is 70% short on DAX, right? But if it's 90% short, it's a little bit too extreme. Everything else like fairly balanced, like Euro USD 68.32. It's a little bit leaning to the short side, but it's not crazy, right? So ideally we want to have more than 75%, maybe even more than 80% on one side. And then we can think of going against them most of the time, right? Not all of the time, because retail traders also are right from time to time. I don't know, like 20% of the time retail traders could be right. It's just that they take profits too early, and they don't get also this much of a reward potential. They don't have this much of profit margin. So retail traders not necessarily lose the most money on the wrong ideas, on being wrong most of the time. They could be also, the market could go also against the crowd, right? So that's one important thing, that market likes to go against the crowd. But what is more important is that risk reward is just not there. They just not make enough on the good trades as much as they lose on the bad trades. Anyways, Stefan here with us. Sparking safe haven. Not sure what does sparking mean. Speaking, or maybe speaking of safe haven. Gold, I think, is nice to sell. So you are with those guys, actually. See, I mean, it's always great to verify your ideas, or kind of check your ideas, test your ideas against market sentiment. So literally 75% traders on the CFD, on XM, on CFDs are short gold at the moment, right? This can change, of course, to one side or another. But then what do you do if you think you are in this group with your idea? Like do you still like your idea? Do you like it more? Do you like it less? Would you kind of go otherwise than 75%? Sami is asking, are you on mute? I assume everybody else can hear me, because we are getting comments and they are not pointing that out. They are not reporting any problems. Guys, if there are any problems with sound, please tell me, but also Yeah, our stream operator says it's all good. So Sami, it's probably on your end. All right, but nevertheless, thank you very much for shouting out on the chat and reporting any problems. I'm afraid we can't troubleshoot this one. Yeah, and so let's do check instruments you've asked for. Euro USD sell. The idea was from Stefan, and gold sell, or also and Odette asked about US 30 in the meantime. Okay, so let's check Euro USD. I'm also a fan of Euro USD short, right? And overall, from the overall picture, I could see the trend to keep going lower. Maybe like this, maybe it gonna, become less steep. I would like to see them testing last year's low, essentially. So I'm a fan of bearish view here. What I don't see, why I'm having a little bit problem with that currently, is that we are having this support here, and the market bought it. Like that's the problem, right? What happens when the market buys the support? See, we had even tiny false breakout here at the low of February. So initial low of February was here at the level 0.725, and then we had like tiny failed breakout 0.695, 94, and then they move back, and they keep buying, right? So second half of February was actually weakness of the dollar. Like it wasn't anything crazy, but um, I didn't exactly, I didn't, I don't exactly sell when it's stronger. Maybe failed breakout here would be nice, and then sell, right? So I was initially selling here after that pin bar, because fundamentally it feels right to me. But then it may be that they're gonna attack the top of this pin bar, current top of the month. This is very likely, and then I'm gonna be reselling on the way back, right? So ideally they do the failed breakout, they give sell signal in this area, right? Um, so yeah, it's like also big candle from the beginning of the year. Um, so that area is pretty significant. We have tested it. That doesn't mean we can't go above it still, right? So that's how Forex market moves. It's like you can't take resistances for granted. You can't be sure of resistances. I think some people are selling here. Um, I wonder where this trend line is coming from currently. Is it because of, oh, maybe it's this trend line then attached to this top, which is, not necessarily such a strong indication. I can make it like that, and we're gonna see, right? So more important is how price action behaves here, and it's essentially we are having this outside bar, and the market is kind of inside it, outside bar, like a mother bar, a pin bar, and the market is currently inside it, creating those inside bars, resting at 50% of it at the moment. Could really go either way, and if it goes up, tests that resistance, maybe fail breakout, and then continuation. That would be my favorite scenario at the moment, right? So, but there is nothing wrong with you seeing selling opportunity. It's what's the thing? It's very easy to have opinion about the market. It is very easy to look at the asset. I would say I'm having this most of the time. Like 30 or 40% of the time I'm like, okay, I'm seeing nothing, or it's a mess, I don't want to trade it. 60% of the time I'm having some idea, some feeling, some hunch that, okay, this looks like I would sell it. This looks like I would buy it.